6 weeks ago, in Dallas qualifying, the course showed no mercy.
It was bigger than I expected and was not mentally prepared for that.
I really don't feel that people get how hard this course is.
The biggest.
He's 6 feet 8 inches tall.
The strongest.
He is the tower of power.
All struggled to finish.
Look at the momentum. Oh! He's bleeding. Down goes Ferris. Stevenson's in trouble. Oh, my goodness. Oh!
Until the smallest among them, at only 5 feet tall,
It's Casey Catanzaro.
proved to have the biggest heart.
History has been made. The first woman ever to complete the qualifying course.
Tonight, in the Dallas City Finals, the mountain rises higher.
Matt, she's about to do it again.
Can Casey make history once more?
Oh my goodness! Are you kidding me? Welcome to Fair Park in Dallas, Texas, where our second city finals are set to get underway. I'm Matt Iseman alongside former NFL defensive end Akbar Gbaja-Biamila. They call Dallas the Lone Star State, but tonight we're going to anoint at least 15 stars out of our field of 30. But it's clear who the star of the qualifying round was. Casey Catanzaro. She became the Neil Armstrong of American Ninja Warrior, the first woman ever to set foot on top of the warp wall. Tonight, she'll try to make history again by becoming the first woman to hit the buzzer on the finals course. Akbar, who else should we be watching for tonight?
Well, you know, my pick for me is Dylan Gate. At 21, he pulled off the fastest time in qualifying. He may be the next superstar in the ninja world. And of course, there's always the inspirational Sam Sand. At 47, he's the oldest competitor. He's pulled off some amazing runs before. Can he do it again tonight?
Well, we have 30 qualifiers here tonight, but you need to finish in the top 15 to move on to the national finals in Las Vegas. The first competitor to try to advance is going to be Eric McKeithen, a 25-year-old personal chef from Cedar Hill, Texas. When it comes to conquering the course, he thinks he has the right ingredients.
I am a personal chef for couples. I will cook them a beautiful meal, set up their home to be a 5-star restaurant, give them a wonderful meal that they can celebrate for anniversaries, birthdays. It's like once people try my food, they can't help but tell their friends.
Eric's mother here in support. 6'4" Eric McKeithen beat the warp wall on his third and final attempt in qualifying, earning a spot here tonight among the top 30.
Notice how he rolled up his pants because he wanted every single part of his skin to have contact with the log.
Up next, the tilting table had no problem with his back in qualifying. Oh, no! Eric McKeithen, the chef, cooked by the tilting table.
All right, keep an eye on his front right foot. It slips when he pushes off on it, killing his momentum immediately. Once that happened, he had no chance of recovering.
Well, remember, this course is nearly twice as long as what they faced in qualifying, so energy conservation will be paramount. For more on that, let's go down to the third member of our team, Jenn Brown.
Thanks, Matt. Well, in addition to the 6 obstacles our competitors faced in qualifying, the Dallas City Finals course features 4 more brutal obstacles, one of which is making its debut on American Ninja Warrior tonight. The first 6 obstacles remained the same from qualifying. The quintuple steps, the log grip, the tilting table, the swing jump, the ring toss, and then the warped wall. From there, they'll move on to the 4 obstacles added for the finals. First, it's the salmon ladder. Athletes leap off a mini tramp up to a bar and then hoist themselves up the 5 rungs. From there, it's a brand new obstacle, the swinging frames. Competitors must rely on grip strength and momentum to maneuver across 3 tilting metal frames. Then it's the pole grasper. Competitors must work their way across a series of flagpoles using only their hands and feet. If they touch the water, they're out. And finally, it is the spider climb. Competitors will wedge themselves between the walls, propel 30 feet up to the platform, and hit the buzzer. Make it there, and they have guaranteed themselves a spot in the national finals. Back to you guys.
On the course right now at 6 feet 4 inches tall, he's one of the biggest fans of American Ninja Warrior, both figuratively and literally. It's Matthew Lasig. Ran a website about American Ninja Warrior for 6 years and has competed in 5 seasons, but never qualified for the city finals until now.
Competing in American Ninja Warrior has been an interesting metaphor for life and a vehicle for life lessons for myself and for my kids.
More!
And 4 seasons of failure in front of my family was difficult for me. Hitting that buzzer for the first time in 5 seasons in front of my wife and kids.
You did it, big guy!
Big time's a charm! Yeah! Was better than I could have ever imagined. It is my mission to prove that the city qualifying round was not a fluke. I intend to do it all over again and make it to Las Vegas.
His parents flew in from Maryland to see him run since this is his first time in the finals. I gotta say, the joy Lasig had in finally getting up the warp wall after years of trying, it's fantastic. I don't know if there's anyone as passionate about American Ninja Warrior as this guy.
That passion goes a long way because, you know, it's the feel that's going to allow him to focus on each and every obstacle here.
No trouble wrapping his 6 foot 4 inch frame around the log grip. Tilting table already claimed 1 victim tonight. Good running start. No problem for Lasig.
Well, that's just textbook right there. 1 step on each side of the divider. I see you.
This guy's played in the World Series of Poker 12 times. You know, he would love to go to Las Vegas, not play poker, take a shot at Mount Midoriyama.
Well, you know, if he's scared, we're not going to be able to tell. Good poker face here.
And he'll be the first tonight to take on the ring toss, which took out 37 competitors in qualifying. For the bigger guys, this is such a difficult obstacle.
Well, he's starting off with the 90 degrees. Oh! Oh!
1 missed ring placement, and Matthew Lasig is out, and you can see the frustration.
He is extremely upset right now, and that's because he knew he had it. That miss got all 210 pounds hanging by 1 hand. That's too much weight to pull up with 1 arm.
Well, had his best performance he's ever had in qualifying. Unfortunately, can't match it here. Matthew Lasig is out on the ring toss. Up next, a real Cinderella story. This is 44-year-old Angan Dolan from right here in Dallas. He's a walk-on who waited 4 days to run in qualifying, ended up making it into the top 30, but his road to American Ninja Warrior actually started on the road right outside the course.
I work in the transportation industry as a truck driver. 2 years ago, I was driving by on the highway here and I saw the lights and somebody told me what it was. So then I started watching the show from there and started training, and I gave myself a goal in 2 years. I'd try and get on. I can't wait to run this course. I'm really excited.
It's an awesome story to go from driving past the course to running in the city finals in just 2 years.
And don't forget, he's 44 years old, and before qualifying, had never been on any of these obstacles.
Angan says he wants to prove something to his 12-year-old son who's watching at home. Some of Angan's friends are here, Brian and Sarah Mahoney.
You probably can't believe their buddy, the truck driver, is in the city finals.
And now the log grip. Angan played soccer and track in high school, says he's naturally athletic. And he's through. Made it to the warp wall in qualifying in his first time on the course.
And as a truck driver, he probably doesn't get a lot of time to train.
5'9", 132 pounds. Very lean. Getting good momentum on the trapeze and an easy transition to the cargo net.
I like to call this transition the crises transition because you're using up a lot of energy here. Ooh, very close to the bottom of the water there.
Now the ring toss, and again, saw so many people go out here in qualifying. You know this obstacle is going to be a problem all night long.
It is, but it will be a problem for the guys and the competitors who don't have their mind right. You've got to get your mind right with this. You got to ignore the pain. You just have to go for it.
Of course, the deeper we get, the stronger the competitors are, but a lot of times you'll see people looking past an obstacle. Let's see if Engin Dolan has the focus here to get through the ring toss. Good, steady progress.
You know, I'll tell you what carries over from being on the road. When you're in dangerous situations, albeit on the bike, on the road, you can't allow doubt to enter your mind. You just have to make the sudden moves, and right now he's got a good rhythm going, and that's it. Don't let doubt enter.
Very precise, very calculated with his movements.
Now, watch his head right here, Matt. If he starts to make this transition, start looking at the platform, he's in trouble.
He just took a look. He's going for it. Looks like this is what he wanted to do.
Come on. Oh, all right.
Engin Dolan actually faster than his pace in qualifying, but this was where he went out, couldn't get up the warp wall. And he does it! Engin Dolan makes it look easy and celebrating atop the warp wall.
Look at that.
Just kicked the ground there a little bit. That's truly impressive. I love seeing the competitors, the improvement they can make. And his friends are running down to get a closer look as he takes on the salmon ladder.
Well, Matt, to be fair, he's a rookie. He's never seen the salmon ladder before.
He had a very calculated pace through the ring toss, but had to be draining. Now, the grip, those back muscles tested again here.
You know, the salmon ladder, for those at home watching, it's like doing 400 pull-ups. I mean, the amount of force that you have to generate to go up, and then the gravity of your weight pulling you down.
Up the first rung, 4 more to go. Having trouble quieting that body.
Yeah, when you don't quiet that body, that spells trouble.
Missed one of the placements of the bar.
Oh!
But an impressive run from Engin Dolan, our 44-year-old truck driver. Coming up, the last time she ran, it was magic. Oh! Can Casey Catanzaro pull off another miracle and make history once again?
There is that added pressure, but I like that.
Plus, he's a different kind of Dallas Cowboy cheerleader.
Pump the crowd up is basically my main goal.
And Kevin Klein always puts on a show. But up next, this Oklahoma firefighter runs with extra motivation.
When you're doing something with a purpose, that makes all the difference in the world.
His uplifting story when American Ninja Warrior returns. Welcome back to the Dallas City Finals. While we were away, Terry Cossey, a web designer from Houston, Texas, did well in the qualifying, but learned firsthand how fast the tables can turn. And then, massage therapist Michael Solomon touched the top of the warp wall in all 3 attempts. Oh! But just couldn't make it up. Oh, so close. Michael may want to get some advice from the first woman to make it up the warp wall, Casey Catanzaro. And she's standing by right now with Jenn.
You've had a chance to look at the course. What do you think? Is there any obstacles standing out to you?
Once I get past the first part of the course and I get up the warped wall again, I'm just gonna try and take it one thing at a time. You know, the salmon ladder is a really tough obstacle. The next one is all upper body as well, so it is gonna be really taxing. The poles look pretty far apart and a little slippery, so I would say I'm equally nervous for all of them, but an excited nervous in a good way, so.
Well, I saw you talking to Brent earlier, and he's obviously been here before. What advice did he give you?
He gives me the little tips on the course, tells me when to rest, not to rush. It's about me being confident and believing in myself, things like that, so it's really great.
Well, we look forward to seeing you. Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
All right, guys, back to you.
Up next on the starting line is Jeffrey Motil, a stuntman living here in Dallas, Texas, who has an inspiring story. Motil spent a good deal of his younger life behind bars for a variety of offenses, but now, 39 years old, he says he's learned from his mistakes and made a personal transformation.
In my 20s and 30s, I made a lot of mistakes. A lot of bad decisions, a lot of desperate decisions. You know, just trying to look out for myself and survive. You know, I had a good heart, but it didn't show. I've transformed all these horrible decisions that I've made into being honest. And no matter what it is, I don't care if it's the littlest thing and I can get away with it. If it's something that I can cheat and get away, or if I can, you know, hide it and get away, I'm not gonna do it. So yeah, it's on to a new road, and American Ninja Warrior is a huge part of that road.
Well, as you can plainly see, this guy's in tremendous shape. Trains with his brother, a professional bodybuilder. A little bit of trouble here on the quintuple steps. Looks like he's trying to compose him. Whoa, where's he going? What is he doing?
I grabbed the edge, I got disqualified.
He just DQ'd himself?
Motil has just walked off the course, instantly disqualifying himself. Let's take a look at the replay, see if we can figure out what happened.
Well, it's hard to tell from this angle, but I think his hands went to the back of the step and he grabbed on. That's illegal.
And he immediately jumped off and disqualified himself even before our course officials could.
No, I grabbed over the edge. I know what I did. I'm not going to cheat.
Jeffrey Motil, staying true to his word about being honest, disqualifies himself. Truly an honorable move by the competitor. But up now is Daniel Manuel, a 40-year-old firefighter from Ada, Oklahoma. He and his wife have a 10-year-old and a 6-year-old child of their own, but they're now trying to adopt a child for a reason very near and dear to Daniel.
Well, I was adopted as a toddler. When I was around 2 years old, my birth mother, she come to a point and realized that what was best for me was a different lifestyle.
How's it going, tripod boy?
When Daniel turned 29, he became a father to the first of his 2 biological children.
That was the first time that I really got to have a close relationship with my own flesh and blood. If you haven't been deprived of that, you don't realize how special that is.
There you go.
Now Daniel and his wife want to pay it forward by adopting a child themselves.
As a child, I knew that I wanted to adopt someday. I was so thankful for what I had been blessed with that I wanted to pass that on.
I started the adoption process 2 years ago. It takes a long time.
I believe that when you're doing something with a purpose for something greater than yourself, that makes all the difference in the world. And I'm just thankful that it's not that I'm doing something special, it's that I'm being allowed to be a part of something special. And that's just awesome.
Daniel's family watching back home in Ada, but his friend Kai Martin drove up with Daniel to cheer him on. Well, Akbar, I vividly remember in qualifying when this man got in the starting blocks, we said, that's not Daniel Manuel. Manuel's 40 years old, and that guy is not 40 years old.
He doesn't look 40. If that's what 40 looks like, ooh, I'm looking forward to it.
Well, he is a firefighter who takes his fitness seriously, completed his first triathlon in 2013, ran a half marathon in 1:35. Feels his endurance is up to par. Question is, can his technique get him through? There he is. Doesn't look fazed by the crowd, doesn't look fazed by the bright lights. Nice transition there. Fireman obviously comfortable on ropes, making these climbs.
Well, he's 5'10", 165 pounds, 40 years old, and he's making those old school shorts work for him right now.
Daniel wearing his trademark pink bandana for luck again here in the finals. You can see he has some writing on his back there. It says, Jesus loves the little children. I know. It's his way of trying to get the word out about the positive aspects of adoption. His arm's looking a little tired here.
Yeah, absolutely. You can see that Daniel's arms aren't bent at that optimum 90 degrees that you need. It's putting a lot of strain on his arms right now. And you can see he's compensating by rocking back and forth, using that momentum to get him through.
In qualifying, Daniel made it all the way to the warped wall. Oh! Looks like the forearms just gave out. Well, once again, just shows that success in qualifying is no guarantee here in the finals.
Watch this. Daniel Manuel takes a quick look down to see how far he has left to go. That's a telltale sign that his grip is about to give out. Anytime a competitor looks down, they are looking for a way out.
Daniel Manuel out. Let's go to Jenn Brown.
Thanks, Matt. Dan, what happened out there?
I cannot believe that I fell off the rings. Of all the obstacles, I was looking forward to that one the most.
Well, I know you were out here and you wanted to compete to raise awareness for adoption, so at least you were out here doing that for a great cause.
Yes, and if I could say anything, it would be to It's so easy to save a life, to sponsor or adopt a child. There's millions of children in the world that need families, and there's plenty of people to go around to help those children.
That's a great message. We appreciate you competing on the show. Okay, Daniel?
Thank you very much.
All right, Matt, back to you.
When we return, his survival story and remarkable runs have earned him millions of fans. Now see the inspiration behind Sam Sam.
She's just my superstar little ninja.
Plus, the Ninja Pastor is back with a huge cheering section and plenty of confidence.
I'm going all the way. I'm not planning on getting wet.
When American Ninja Warrior returns. Welcome back to American Ninja Warrior. We're here in the Dallas Finals just outside the Cotton Bowl. While we were away, Corrections Officer Joshua Stone was making quick work of the ring toss until he got locked up and was unable to bail himself out.
Lost my grip, man. I had it.
Then floor installer Joshua Cook claims to have ESP. He couldn't conquer the salmon ladder. Oh! And he can't stick it. But I'm sure he already knew that. So far, 9 competitors have taken on the course, but still no finishers. And there's fan favorite Sam Sam hoping to change that with his run a little later. But up next, another familiar face, 30-year-old pastor Jonathan Morin, who showed up 2 years ago with a large youth group just to watch, but then something amazing happened. Tearing off his shirt and the crowd obliging, they're going nuts.
Ah, well, it was awesome. My run was incredible.
He actually came here today to watch the action from the stands, but his youth group persuaded him to take a shot at the course.
It was a lot of fun. Finished all the way. It was an exhilarating feeling. I'm back. I'm ready to go back to Vegas. I'm ready to take this title of the first American Ninja Warrior.
Just like 2 years ago, Morin's youth group here cheering him on, hoping to finish this course for these kids as well.
Well, he's a little heavier now than he was 2 years ago. You know, it'll be interesting to see if the extra weight affects how he attacks this course.
Former football player, Morin is one of our bigger competitors. See if he's got enough strength to keep that big body from falling off the log grip. And he does. Jonathan's wife, Stephanie, following along on the course, his other motivation for being here tonight.
Ooh,
amazing.
Long legs.
6'3", 220, looking quite nimble on the tilting table.
And typically, this course isn't very friendly to a big guy like him.
Played football, wrestling, baseball, diverse athletic background, but says doesn't get as much time as he would like to train for American Ninja Warrior.
That happens in life. You have family, you have work, and all of a sudden you get out here, now you have to rely on that inner fight, that intestinal fortitude. It's your will to win that helps you get through this.
Well, you mentioned his family really growing up before our eyes. It was 2 years ago when we met his wife, and she was expecting. Now the son, 18 months old. Again, Morin's 220 pounds, so he has a lot of mass to get through this ring toss.
Yeah, and he's now carrying that weight with just his arms, and it's a 24-foot distance across the other side.
Ooh, making great progress here. Looks like he doesn't want to spend any more time up there than he has to.
Great technique. You know, by swinging, he's helping to get his momentum to the next peg. Instead of using up arm strength, he'll definitely be the heaviest competitor to make it across the ring toss tonight.
Really used his momentum well there. I think he conserved a lot of energy, which he may need to get that big body up the warped wall. Right up the warped wall. Just amazingly spry for a guy with that size.
Let me tell you, Jonathan Morin made it all the way through city finals 2 years ago. I think he can do it again. He is looking strong.
Well, this guy's a youth pastor, but he is a serious athlete. We're seeing great skills out of Jonathan Morin.
This is not where big guys typically succeed.
And the bar's uneven.
One of the hardest things for big guys.
But you can see him using his mass, getting his body almost horizontal, propelling himself up. And he's done it. He's gotten through the salmon ladder. Our first look at the swinging frames, a brand new obstacle.
Well, he's the first one to get here, so he hasn't been able to watch anyone's technique.
Well, his wingspan will be an advantage if he can keep that weight from falling into the water.
From my vantage point, I can tell you he is losing grip fast. He's losing his grip strength quickly here, Matt. He's going to fingers now. He's holding on for dear life.
Oh! Proves to be too much worn out on the swinging frame.
This was all about fatigue, and here's a telltale sign. You see how he's shaking his fingers out? That means he had nothing left when he reached for that second frame.
Coming up, the Morgan family does everything together. Oh! 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 So when Jeremy Morgan hit the wall in qualifying,
I just couldn't get to the top.
this family found a solution.
In life, that's what happens. You get defeated and you bounce back.
Plus, last time she brought the crowd to its feet. History has been made! But wait till you see what she does tonight for an encore on American Ninja Warrior. Welcome back to Dallas, and on the course right now is David Gilbert. He's a gymnastics coach from Hoover, Alabama. He's 29 years old. This is his third time competing. He's got a couple friends here. David Diggs, a former football player at Alabama, and his wife, Rachel, who was a gymnast at Alabama. This guy is tough. He spent 2 years recovering from facial surgery, and as soon as he was cleared, he started rock climbing again.
Look at those biceps. Are you kidding me? This guy's a specimen.
Well, other competitors say he is maybe the strongest athlete out here. So far, no one has made it past the swinging frames. Gilbert hoping to end that trend. David looking smooth as he makes the transfer.
Well, the one thing you can depend on for Gilbert is that he's going to have very good grip strength, and that's needed here for the swinging frames.
And you can just see his comfort there going arm to arm. That is the rock climbing background. And there it is, the first to get past the swinging frames, and now he'll be the first to challenge the pole grasper. This obstacle took out almost half of the competitors that attempted it in Denver last year.
Oh boy, got the little pole dance going on here.
See him having some trouble with his feet, trying to lock them in, having to rely more on his upper body, it looks like.
As a rock climber, you're so used to dealing with a larger surface area. These poles are so thin.
Wow, and he just cannot lock it in with the legs.
This is unfamiliar territory.
Oh, look at that, though.
Boy, you start dancing like that.
But look at his upper body strength pulling himself up.
But, Matt, he's relying on his upper body strength. You have to be able to use both the lower body and upper body. Upper body alone is going to get zapped. He just goes for it. Right in the midsection.
He knew his legs were losing purchase and just made the leap, couldn't hold on.
Yeah, this is very difficult for David Gilbert. That last pole just out of his reach. When he leaped for it, he just couldn't get a good hold on it and slides right into the water.
Just too far. On the course right now out of Pass Christian, Mississippi, 24-year-old Jeremy Morgan is part of the close-knit Morgan family. His brother and his dad also competed in qualifying, but Jeremy's the only one to make it to the finals. And now he's happy to represent the family name.
My name is Joshua. This is my brother Jeremiah. Me and him were both raised here in Pass Christian, Mississippi.
What happened to me? I'm the one that created you guys.
We all live under one roof. Of course, with 3 different doors, 3 completely different houses.
We have a 4,000 square foot steel frame gymnasium. My brother Jeremiah and my father, we train with our whole family.
In the qualifying round, my brother and my father took a tumble and fell.
Let's go, Pat! Oh! Mark Morgan out. Joshua Morgan out.
My run in the qualifying round went fairly well.
He is on pace to have the fastest run of the night.
Go! Up the wall, baby! Until I hit that rock-hard wall.
Oh!
And it definitely showed weaknesses in my game. In life, that's what happens. You get defeated, you bounce back. We're definitely not a family to go into a competition unprepared. So I was able to spend some time at a skate park on the wall there. I feel pretty confident I can get through this course for the family.
Jeremy will be standing on top of Mount Madoriama.
I can absolutely do it.
Proud Papa Mark Morgan excited to see if that extra practice will pay off here tonight. Jeremy's an outstanding, well-rounded athlete, had college scholarship offers for not 1 but 2 sports, basketball and wrestling.
Well, he's a lean dude, just 145 pounds on a 5'9" frame, and that's going to help him, especially in some of the later obstacles.
Well, I had a chance to talk with his dad earlier, Mark. So proud of his son. He couldn't get up the warp wall, feels now he has the skills to get up it. But first, he has to get through the swing jump, and now the ring toss. And this is where his brother Joshua went out. 5'9", 145. Looking very strong here.
Jeremy Morgan is cooking with gas. He is making a statement.
It's yours now. You can see his dad on the side cheering him on. Oh,
all right, ran out a little steam there.
This is just where his brother went out. Jeremy, though, gets through it. Let's see if the training session with dad pays off. And look at that, it looks like shoes like Michael Johnson.
Yes, a little ostentatious, but I think he's going to live up to the shoes. He's got a lot of brightness to him right now.
He's competing not just for himself, but his father, brother.
Oh!
He gets it! Redemption for the Morgan clan. And skate park training pays off big time.
First try up the warp wall. Couldn't do it in qualifying with all 3 attempts. Let me tell you, skate parks are about to be overrun by ninjas.
Well, the Morgans have converted a barn into a training facility, have many of these obstacles there, including a salmon ladder. See if that familiarity pays off. Wow, looking very strong.
Yeah, that's familiar to him. But this isn't familiar to him. He's never seen the swinging frames.
So upper body intensive, and that's what's really taxed here. Great strength to weight ratio.
Oh boy, he is blazing through.
This is amazing. The improvement we're seeing from qualifying. 5'9", though. Let's see if he has the reach here on the pole grasper. These poles vary in distance from 2 feet to 5 feet apart. So far, the only person to attempt the 5-foot gap tonight has failed. Can Morgan be the first?
The combination of using your lower body and your upper body is the key here on the pole grasper. If you try to maneuver with just the upper body, it will wear you down.
And using the feet as pinchers there. And here it is, the 5-foot gap. Can he do it? Oh, a little slide and a spin.
Little pole dancing there.
Get your signals out. Morgan keeps going. He's done it. Jeremy Morgan through the pole grasper. But he's not done yet. The spider climb is not a gimme.
And the Morgan family definitely doesn't have this obstacle in their barn. He's never tried it before.
It's only 4 feet wide with tired arms and legs. This is not easy. 5 feet taller than last year, but looks like it's not deterring Morgan.
He can smell it. He can smell victory.
Well, the Morgan family can hold their head up high. Jeremy Morgan completes the course. He's moving on to Vegas.
Here's what made it all possible. Last time he couldn't get up the wall in 3 tries. This time, look at him explode to the top on his first attempt. That skate park training paid off.
How did it feel to stand up there and know that you were moving on to Mount Midoriyama?
It was a relief. It felt great to be up there and hit that buzzer for the first time. So I'm just so grateful to finally conquer that wall.
You did finally conquer the wall, and now you are moving on to Vegas. What did it mean to have the whole family here, your son, Jenn, everybody here cheering for you?
The support was tremendous. It makes it so much easier. Somehow it sends the life back into your muscles, so it was great.
Well, it was great. We can't wait to see Vegas. He's ready to go celebrate with
Thank
you
you so much. Thank you.
Coming up, he's the oldest competitor of the night. Can 47-year-old Sam Sand possibly pull off another miracle run?
Just to prove to myself that I belong as part of the elite.
And later, he's got one of the top jobs in Texas.
I'm basically a male cheerleader for the Dallas Cowboys.
Now Kevin Klein tries to run his way to Vegas when American Ninja Warrior returns. Welcome back to the Dallas City Finals. While we were away, internet entrepreneur Seth Blaustein survived an early stumble on the tilting table. After repeated attempts to save himself on the salmon ladder, he fell in the drink. Then it was 27-year-old Jimmy Bogle Jr., the package handler from Gadsden, Alabama. was dropped off by the tilting table. And the chants you hear are for the beloved Sam San. You may know his story. He escaped communist Cambodia, then became a sought-after American Ninja Warrior trainer in the U.S., but his #1 student is his own flesh and blood.
My daughter is my inspiration, my superstar little ninja. Good. Keep it up.
He spends time with me training. It's fun.
I have to live an example for my daughter. That is one of the many reasons why I do what I do. She wants to take over the family business. So I will do everything in my power to teach her everything I can, and I want her to be smarter and better. So she has to be the new breed. She's definitely part monkey, part human. My daughter's gonna be a wonderful, ambassador to Ninja Warrior. Because of her, I'm motivated to be a better dad and a better ninja.
And there she is, Sam San's 14-year-old daughter, Amber. You can hear the crowd roaring their appreciation. There's so many new fans he's gained in the last couple of years.
Sam San is only 135 pounds on that 5'8" frame. Not a lot of bulk, but he does have a lot of strength in that body.
Tweaked his ankle a little bit during qualifying, says it's still not 100%. What a leap! A little mini handstand to celebrate. Not only is he courageous, not only is he gutty, what I love is the passion he has for it, the joy.
Oh, he's getting his sexy on right now. 47 years old, taking off his shirt.
It looks like Sam's gonna take the unorthodox approach he took in qualifying. Told me he does it this way because he had one rope in his gym and that's what he's used to practicing on. Works for Sam. Even if Sam San does go out, he'll still be present because so many people he's trained are in this competition. There's a few from his gym right there, including Drew Dreschel, who we'll see compete in Miami just a couple of weeks from now. This guy also was electrocuted for 20 seconds on the roof of the house, fused part of his right hand together, could impact his grip.
Matt, the ring toss is all about grip, but this is Sam San. A partially fused hand won't stop the survivor. Come on now.
Well, he's very lean, great strength to weight ratio. A little tentative here, though.
I think it's more just being careful, being very methodical, because we saw early competitors go out here.
And in qualifying, this obstacle just chewed up the athletes, with over a third of the competitors ending their run here on the ring toss. But Sam San steadily moving forward. And he's through.
Oh, there it is. There it is.
The roll, again, we talk about how important technique is. He is not 100%, but he knows how to get up that wall. Now, the salmon ladder.
And here's the thing. Most of these obstacles he has in his own gym, and he's seen before, but he's trained hundreds of people on the salmon ladder alone. This should not be a problem for him.
But he doesn't have the swinging frames in his gym because it's a brand new obstacle this season. Be interesting to see how he handles it.
Well, the swinging frames can be a little difficult because the minute you apply pressure, that's when you get a tilt.
Couldn't make the reach. Hung up
Oh,
again.
boy.
Look at that extension. Upper body strength phenomenal. Looks so comfortable hanging with just one arm.
Be careful now. Okay, now he's turning backwards here. He's got to make a little turn here. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Just amazing. Sam in a difficult position. And believe me, this is taxing his arms.
It is.
But still manages to turn around.
So he's got to fight for dear life here. Everything he has, he got to dig deep.
There's just no quit in this man.
Dig deep, Sam. Now, he's playing around with different positions here. Believe me, it is taxing him more than the United States government.
The determination here is remarkable, but just can't seem to make the extension.
How much fight does one man have?
I cannot believe that he's still hanging in there.
He is fighting for his life right now.
He may just have to leap with both hands. But maybe out of energy. Look at this, though. Refuses to give up.
He is going to need alliance. He's going to need, oh!
A great effort by Sam Sand. Fantastic courage. Unfortunately, his body just gave out, although his will never did.
Look at it again. He hung there for almost a minute, so his arms were exhausted. When he finally reached for the other frame, he had no strength left.
For more from Sam, let's go down to Jenn Brown.
Oh, Sam, I know Amber's proud of you. Okay, the swinging frames, gosh, just holding on there for dear life. What went wrong?
Well, just from the salmon ladder, and I pretty much burned my forearm out. When I get to the last frame, it's like I just didn't quite make the last swing.
Well, maybe I have to get this one in the gym and practice up for next season, right?
Oh, definitely.
All right. Matt, back up to you.
Well, Sam Sand could still advance to Las Vegas if he stays among the top 15 competitors. He's in right now, but many of our top athletes have yet to run. Coming up, this former boxer has found new motivation from his baby boy.
I definitely never want to let my son down.
Plus, no woman had been up the warp wall until she did it. Now, Casey Catanzaro wants to break barriers again.
I just want to inspire people. Get out there and hang with the big guys.
And later, he waited in line for 5 days. But that's not all he's overcome.
My motivation for competing is to be able to keep my brothers together.
When American Ninja Warrior returns. Welcome back to American Ninja Warrior in the Dallas City Finals. While we were away, Joe Calderon from Houston, Texas got to the swinging frames.
Oh, Joe!
But victory was just out of reach. Engineer Connor Moyer put together a solid run in front of his new wife and fellow ninja, Nika McElroy.
Yes, nice and easy.
But the swinging frames cut this honeymoon short. Up next on the course, it's the 28-year-old personal trainer from Houston, Texas, Tremaine Dortch. Tremaine's a former boxer who's found a new focus in his life since the birth of his son.
The relationship between me and my dad is pretty non-existent right now. It's something that I definitely never want to happen between me and my son. That's why I want to be a better man and a better father.
You say hi?
My little boy, and he pushes me beyond limits I ever thought was possible. I definitely never want to let my son down. And being on the show just allows him to see later down the road what his dad has accomplished. That's my little ninja.
And there they are, his wife Cassandra and son Uriah.
Where's Daddy? You see Daddy?
Well, he clearly spends a lot of time in the gym. This man is 160 pounds of solid muscle.
This guy was a redshirt freshman on Texas Southern University's football team. Also has a boxing background. Boxed for 7 years, won the Gold Gloves. Now his training consists of ninja training, extreme calisthenics, and CrossFit.
Oh!
Hard impact.
Yeah, as you said, Tremaine played football, and that was like a big hit on the football field.
And that impact can come back to haunt you later in the course.
You know, he doesn't look too fazed by it. He's a boxer, so he knows how to take a hit.
And quickly onto the cargo net. He's got a good time going so far. Looks like he's taking a sideways approach on the net to help avoid touching the water. And he's on to the ring toss.
With Tremaine's boxing background, he knows how crucial it is to be precise with his hand placement on the ring toss.
Well, Tremaine lives in Houston, trains at Sam Sand's gym, often works out with ninja veteran Drew Dreschel. Let's just study in anatomy. You can see the striations in his muscles.
Look at those anterior delts, the latissimus dorsi, rhomboid. Shall I continue?
A little hung up, though. Makes the dismount.
Eat that
Casually
ring.
drops the ring. Last year, Dortch competed in Denver, made it to Las Vegas.
Springs right up the warped wall. But now for the real test, 4 more even tougher obstacles. I really believe that we could see Tremaine Dortch get all the way to the spider climb.
Again, 5'9", 160 pounds, but does he have the technique for the salmon ladder? And that was great for him.
Those last couple of rungs are the hardest. At this point in the course, his arms are starting to burn.
On to the swinging frames. This has been the toughest obstacle so far in the back half of the course. This is a heavily muscled guy here. A lot of mass. Even at 160 pounds, it's still a fair amount of mass to carry around. Dortch looking at home here on the swinging frames. A good reach.
Great reach. Great reach. Hold on with that left hand.
Nicely done for Tremaine Dortch, but now the pole grasper.
This obstacle is less about brute strength and more about technique, especially with your footwork. You have to really use your feet to hold yourself on the pole. Those are special types of shoes that allows you to feel everything, but he's slipping with his left leg.
And the poles are bending, giving a lot of play in them.
Oh, he doesn't have enough. He doesn't have enough inches on his body.
And that's just so taxing on the upper body.
So this is when you have to go. Oh, there it is. Oh,
makes it.
Now the distance between this next one makes it very easy for him to get there. Oh!
Well, Dortch has done it. Got through the pole grasper. One obstacle remains. You know Tremaine Dortch wants to hit that buzzer.
He has to be tired after going through the other 9 obstacles, but this is the home stretch. Adrenaline is kicking in, and it's fight or flight.
And look at him shooting up at 15 feet. Tremaine Dortch is gonna do it. Tremaine Dortch hits the buzzer and completes this Dallas Finals course. Tremaine Dortch finds success.
No greater feeling than to pop your head up at the top of the spider climb. For Dortch, he just torched this course. Dortch made it through by sheer athleticism, and the key was how he handled the swinging frames. Arms at 90 degrees, always in control, and he was through in 25 seconds. That's the fastest time we've seen tonight.
Oh my goodness. Coming up, he gets the crowd going at the Dallas Cowboy Games. Now he wants to get this crowd cheering for him.
Being in front of 100,000 people, I think, has really prepared me to do well in this course under the pressure.
Plus, she made it up a 14-foot wall. But can Casey Catanzaro make it up a 30-foot tower?
Girls can do it. If you're short, if you're a woman, whatever it is, and I'm ready to prove that I can do this.
You don't want to miss her run in history when American Ninja Warrior returns. Welcome back to Dallas, the land of big oil and big money. We're midway through the city finals, and so far the salmon ladder, oh! And the new obstacle, the swinging frames, oh! The swinging frames take another victim, are proving extremely difficult. Of the 17 competitors so far, only 2 have finished the course.
And of course, all eyes are on the First Lady of American Ninja Warrior, Casey Catanzaro, who after becoming the first woman to defeat the warped wall, attempts to become the first woman to qualify for the national finals.
But that means she'll have to get past those obstacles in the back half of the course, which knocked out 2 more while we were away. 23-year-old engineering student Brandon Pennell made it all the way to the swinging frames before being taught a physics lesson by the course. And waiter Nathan Hassel was shooting through the course. Ooh! He saved himself on the salmon ladder twice, but on the 3rd rung, he had nothing left and ended up wet. Passo's friends with the man now at the starting line, Abel Gonzalez. For qualifying, they drove 7 hours and spent 5 days in the walk-up line just to get a chance at the course. But that commitment pales in comparison to the sacrifices Abel's made for his family.
When I was around 10 years old, my parents decided to get divorced, and the family split up. My mom separated the 4 boys, so 2 went with my dad and 2 went with her, and that was really hard on all of us. I basically made it my life goal to try to get my brothers back together. When I was 20 years old, I was able to adopt them.
When I first adopted my brothers and brought them here to Texas, our uncle was nice enough to let us stay here in this house. We got here and we didn't have no electricity. I mean, it's pretty tough for, me being at 20 years old, a kid myself, trying to raise 2 other kids. But we have a lot of memories in this house, and I don't regret nothing. They don't either. They still think it's the best thing that ever happened to them.
For a long time, our dad wasn't around, but my older brother, Abel, he was always there for us, taking care of us, giving us that wisdom and advice we need. It's been like a dad to us pretty much.
My motivation for competing is to be able to keep my brothers together.
I want to represent them. I want to represent my family, and I want to do good for them and make them proud.
Well, Abel's brothers are watching back at home in Edinburgh, Texas, but there's his training partner and fellow walk-on, Nathan Hasso.
Yeah, Abel Gonzalez was impressive in qualifying. He made it up the warped wall, and it was his first time on the course.
Well, this is a guy who waited for 5 days in the Dallas walk-on line just to have a chance to compete.
And that's the amazing thing about American Ninja Warrior. In qualifying, Abel was just a walk-on with a dream, and now he's competing for a spot in the national finals. Sometimes these opportunities only come once for you, and for Abel Gonzalez, he's making the best of it right now as a rookie.
Just an amazing competitor. Making it even more impressive, this is a guy who has rheumatoid arthritis, a disease that can make it so difficult to move, to be flexible, to be agile, to do this course. At one point, doctors told Abel he'd spend his life in a wheelchair because of it, yet he's showing no signs of the illness.
I love the fact that he can take a medical condition like that and say, there is no limitation for me.
Well, so many of our competitors do that. They're inspired here. They overcome such adversity. It's just incredible what these athletes do, training year-round for this moment.
Good time, bro. Come on.
Well, that's the mentality you need to be able to be successful, especially on this obstacle right here, the ring toss. Abel Gonzalez weighs in at 155 pounds, 5'10", not too much mass to be carrying around on the ring toss.
Played high school football in Edinburgh, Texas, which is way down in the southern tip of the state. The maturity and poise of this competitor is just so impressive.
Yeah, going up the ring toss, there are 6 pegs. Going down, there are only 5, so you have to reach out a little wider at this point on the obstacle.
The ring toss and the tilting table, far and away the 2 most challenging obstacles in qualifying. The ring toss alone took out 37 competitors.
Yeah, he's going for the dismount.
And Abel has made it through them again. Still ahead of his pace in qualifying. And right up at Abel Gonzalez. Now, staring down the salmon line. You can see him doing that opposite hand grip, of course, popularized by the great Brian Orozco.
Yeah, athletes that use that switched up grip do it because it helps to spread out the workload across more of the muscle groups. What makes the salmon ladder so difficult, you're fighting gravity. You got to go up and then pull yourself up, ride that momentum.
And now on to the swinging frames.
Yeah, the swinging frames. Woo, this is a beast right here. Especially this transition.
And the frames pivot so you can be up to 5 feet away and have to reach or jump to the other frame.
He reached for it.
Absolutely. Great technique there. Makes it a little easier not having your entire body weight pulling you down when you make that transition.
See, now he's going to try to make the dismount here. That's too far. That's too far. He better go for that last frame. Oh, there it is. Good.
The reach and
good.
Abel Gonzalez survives the swinging frames.
We're almost there.
On now to the pole grasper. One advantage for Abel is that he's seen Morgan and Dortch successfully make it past this obstacle.
Success breeds success, and I assure you, he watched their technique.
And now he's at the largest of the gaps here in the pole grasper.
Abel's long reach should be enough to make the gap.
Oh, started to slide down, but he's able to hold himself up. Just the third person to get past the pole grasper. Last week we saw walk-on Kevin Bull come out of nowhere to finish the course. Can Abel Gonzalez do the same thing tonight? 30-year-old personal trainer with rheumatoid arthritis, 30 feet away from punching his ticket to Las Vegas. But the spider climb far from a given. One mistake and it's over. And he is shooting up it. Gonzalez showing he is able to get through the spider climb.
What a journey for Abel Gonzalez. He was a walk-on, now he's going to Vegas.
Abel Gonzalez, the only walk-on competitor to conquer the Dallas Finals course tonight and punch his ticket to Las Vegas.
This was really the only close call he had, reaching across that 5-foot gap on the pole grasper, but he survived.
Abel, I see that you're a little bit emotional right now. I mean, it's such a huge feat to go from being a walk-on to now going to Mount Midoriyama. What's going through your mind right now?
I'm just really proud of myself for being able to compete, to sticking to it, and I want to make my brothers proud and my friends proud too.
Well, you inspired us, and I know you made your brothers proud tonight. All right, Matt, back to you.
With that run, Abel makes it into the top 5 and guarantees himself a spot in the Vegas Finals. But we still have 9 more runners to go. And remember, only the top 15, those who finish the course or get the farthest the fastest, will move on to Mount Midoriyama. Coming up, he does amazing things on a basketball court. Now this rookie brings his unique skills to the city finals.
I'm gonna make a name for myself on this course.
Plus, he blazed through the qualifying round in the fastest time. But is rookie sensation Dylan Gates ready to handle the new obstacles?
I want to show people that I'm not here to play around.
And later, it was one of the greatest moments in American Ninja Warrior history. Now Casey Catanzaro says she's going to make magic again. Her run just ahead on American Ninja Warrior. Welcome back to Dallas. While we were away, semi-pro baseball player Joseph JoJo Bynum seemed to have the course figured out right up that wall until the swinging frames threw him a curve. Oh! Jarrett Salas, a 25-year-old stunt performer and trampoline manager, leapt his way through the course and right to Vegas. Jarrett Salas hits the buzzer. Great run. Software developer and disciple of Sam Sand, Jeffrey Lancaster, successfully vaulted himself into the Vegas Finals with one of the fastest runs so far. Up now, a guy who's used to performing on the big stage, 22-year-old Cass Clausen.
My name is Raymond Cassius Clausen, and I'm an acrobatic dunker for the New Orleans Pelicans.
I'm all self-taught. I've never taken, gymnastic classes. Everything is more of a mental game to me. Truth is, I don't train like most of the competitors on this course. I don't build my own obstacles in my backyard. I don't have a specialty gym. I truly just believe my natural ability can help me get through the city finals, and I'm gonna make a name for myself on this course.
Cass has a couple friends here from New Orleans. Cass bounding through the quintuple steps.
5'9", 147 pounds. You know he's agile if he's on an acrobatic team. If he performs at NBA games, he should be able to handle the pressure of performing here tonight.
Clausen's acrobatic team back in New Orleans is called the French Quarter Flyers. And wastes no time in making the transition on the swing jump.
He's an acrobat. He knows how to do this.
Taking time, man. Come on, buddy.
He's keeping up a brisk pace here, but I like it. Still a measured approach.
Upper body strength is the key here.
He is making good progress through the ring toss. I like it. Moving quickly, but not at a reckless pace.
No, at all. In fact, it's great rhythm.
And right off, makes that dismount look easy.
I mean, look at the time right now. He is moving.
Well, the advantage of running later, you know what you need to do to move on to Las Vegas. At the pace he's going, Clausen just needs to get to the swinging frames to ensure himself a trip to Sin City.
He should be right at home on the tramp. The question is, how much upper body strength does he have left? You know, that salmon ladder will tap the upper body, and that's just a warm-up for the swinging frames right after it.
No trouble with the salmon ladder. If he keeps up this pace, could have the fastest run of the night. Looks like he's hit his first holdup here.
Uh-oh, Matt, he looks confused. I can see he's losing grip strength.
This is a guy who can do one-armed pull-ups, so no shortage of strength, but may not have the grip strength and just can't make the transition.
Right in the kisser. Wow. I mean, right in his face.
A hard impact there for Cass Clausen, who looked so good through the first 7 obstacles, but just rushed that third transition out of necessity. Let's check up on Cass. He's standing by with Jenn Brown.
Thanks, Matt. Cass, take me through that approach there on the swinging frames, because it doesn't seem like it worked out.
Well, you know, I thought for sure I would have the grip strength to last through it, but my forearms just started really burning, and I just couldn't hold on anymore. And I tried to make my last effort, and instead of climbing up the second one and letting it drop, I just tried to swing to the third one, and I just came up short, as you can see. You know, I was feeling really strong. I just need to work on my grip strength more. That's it.
All right, well, guess what? You need to work on that grip strength, because I can tell you that you have made it to Mount Midoriyama. You went far enough, fast enough, so we will see you. I get a big hug. Awesome. Congratulations. We'll see you in the national finals. Go celebrate with your friends. Guys.
And Cass whooping it up with his friends. He's moving on to Vegas. Coming up, he's the flag man for the Dallas Cowboys. And Kevin Klein is ready to put on a show.
Pump the crowd up is basically my main goal.
Plus, only a few men have made it tonight. Can Casey Catanzaro become the first woman ever to finish a finals course? Don't miss her historic run, now just minutes away on American Ninja Warrior. Welcome back to Dallas, where we're joining a run currently in progress. It's Karsten Williams, the 32-year-old youth fitness coach from Plano, Texas. This is the part so taxing to the upper body, the salmon ladder into the swinging frames. Well, so far putting together a dream run here in the finals. Muscling his way up. Should have an advantage here in that he's 6'1", a longer reach.
Yeah, he needs to get a little swing going to propel himself up to the next frame. Just like that.
Good momentum control.
Now don't try to do an early dismount. Finish it through.
Wow, and he's done it. There's a big cheering section being led by his very loud and proud mother, Linda.
You're almost there, Karsten.
As an athlete, understand who you are, understand your strengths and weaknesses. Right now, his biggest strength is that he's 6'1", and he has the reach to make it across.
Well, there are 6 poles in all, varying distances between them. You have to choose which path you want to take.
Wow. Showing off his abs in the meantime.
Well, this is where the height serves him well. The reach between the poles, no problem for him. He just extends out easily, and he's done it. 1 obstacle left. 30 feet stands between him and Las Vegas.
You have done this, Karsten. This is it, son. This is it.
Oh, Mom is sending out braiders right now.
This guy has a collection of shoes. Did he choose the right shoes? Can he get purchase on those plexiglass walls? He's doing it.
Oh, boy.
He's 20 feet to go.
Oh, that's it. Wow. Track stars know how to stay in their lane, and he is in his lane.
And he's going to do it. Only the 6th finisher of the night. Karsten Williams hits the buzzer and completes the final course.
He was so determined to get to the top and finish this, and he's doing exactly what he set out to do.
Karsten Williams makes it to the top of the finals course.
He's one of our taller athletes, and he used that height on the pole grasper. Others are going to struggle on this tonight. He made it look easy.
You've got all your family and friends here. What does it mean to have been able to make it all the way through the course and stand up top and look down and see them cheering you on?
It means everything. This is the reason why I got through this course today is because of them. I couldn't do it on my own. I need that support to get me through it. So
well, I hope they're coming out to Vegas to cheer you on because you're going to Mount Medora. There's Mom. Go celebrate with Mom.
Up next, he made a big impression in qualifying. It's Kevin Klein. He's got a job any Cowboys fan would love. He carries the flag onto the field every Sunday. Calls himself a male cheerleader, but he's also a pretty strong athlete. Put up one of the fastest times in qualifying. There's Kevin's parents, Kathy and Richard Klein, as well as his sister, Casey. That's his girlfriend, Ashley, right there. In addition to carrying the flag during games, Klein helps train the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders. 5'6", 155 pounds. Hardcore trainer. This is a guy who can do a pull-up with 145 pounds on his back.
If you do the quick math there, that's almost 300 pounds.
It's exactly 300 pounds. That's impressive. This guy who's done 2 Ironman triathlons. Endurance should not be a problem for him. But cardio endurance and upper body endurance can be 2 different things.
Yeah, they are, and he will need both of them if he wants to complete this course. Well, he was so impressive in qualifying, some of the Dallas newspapers said that Jerry Jones assigned this guy to the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah, sure, maybe replace the quarterback. Klein showing some speed tonight. Kevin's parents and sister try to keep up with him on the sidelines. Only 2 more competitors after him. All Kevin Klein has to do is make it to the swinging frames in less than 4.5 minutes, and he'll be moving on to Vegas.
I like his technique here. Those big swings side to side make it so much easier to get to the next peg.
Well, this is the guy who had the 2nd fastest time in qualifying. You know he's got the speed. And that was by far the most efficient anyone's been through the ring toss tonight. Well, he said his failure in the finals 2 years ago in American Ninja Warrior was due to nerves. Since then, he's been in other competitions. Says he feels he's got his nerves under control. We'll find out now. A little awkward there. Looks like his leg got tripped up, but makes it onto the salmon ladder.
There's one thing to perform and execute in the privacy of your own gym. There's another thing to do it here at American Ninja Warrior.
You can see lots of body movement here with each advancement up that salmon ladder.
Kevin Klein cooking with gas right now.
Not ideal technique, but that's a man who just brute forced his way through the salmon ladder. And when the frame is tilted down like that, it's about a 5-foot gap to the 2nd frame. You want to time it so they're close together when you reach. Just like that.
And remember, he has a background in gymnastics, so I think it helped him there. Having no problem at all getting a nice swing going.
Pull-up training serving him well. And look at that, Kevin Klein absolutely destroys the swinging frames, and he's mistake-free through the first 8 obstacles, putting together a phenomenal run, Akbar. Klein runs flags for the Dallas Cowboys. Let's see if that added experience comes in handy for him here on the pole grasper. And the crowd's really getting into it, chanting his name.
He's only 5'6", and that is definitely a disadvantage on this obstacle. Longer arms and legs help you here.
He's sliding down, just can't get any purchase with those feet.
Yeah, you've got to be able to use your feet to help brace you from sliding. If your hands are stopping you from sliding, you're in trouble.
Well, it's an unfamiliar motion. Really, the guys we see do well on the pole grasper, they'll use their legs as pinchers. Actually push almost sole to sole to lock them in.
Use whatever you can.
I don't know if he doesn't have the flexibility or just the experience there. Oh! Just makes the leap, but can't hold on, and a hard fall there for Kevin Klein.
Even a perfect run can be ended by any one of these obstacles. He was having trouble with his feet. You can see his right foot slip badly, and that seemed to throw off the timing of his jump.
Kevin, man, you just went for it there on that pole. What were you thinking?
I was just wanting to get done with it. My grip was going. I needed to try it. When I jumped, It's like my arms couldn't move right. It was just like, I tried too hard to go fast.
You did great job out there. You made it to the pole grasper.
Yeah, thank you.
And I can tell you that you have made it to Mount Midoriyama.
Awesome.
You, Mom over here, is very happy. Go celebrate with your family. Congratulations. Give Mom a big old hug.
Well, we've had 6 finishers so far, and by making it to the pole grasper, Kevin Klein is safely in the top 15 with only a couple more competitors yet to run, including the most anticipated run of the night. Casey Catanzaro made history as the first woman up the warp wall. Can she make it even farther tonight? We'll see her run next on American Ninja Warrior. Well, this is it, the biggest run of the night, perhaps the biggest run all season so far. Casey Catanzaro has become a national hero. In qualifying, she changed our view of what women can do. Tonight, she wants to push the boundaries even farther.
I feel like getting to the top of the warped wall and hitting the buzzer has kind of been almost this impossible dream for women, and it's been really amazing to prove that wrong.
History has been made! First woman to hit the buzzer.
I know that there are so many amazing women out there, and I think they just kind of needed that extra push to say, hey, someone else has done it. I know that I can do it too, and I'm really glad that I can be that person. I definitely have a lot of motivations going in the city finals. I know that I can finish the second half of the course, and I want to hit that buzzer. I've made this my goal, and just like any other person, any other guy that's in this sport, I want to get to the top of that mountain.
Well, finishing the qualifying course was one thing, but she'll have to get past 4 more incredibly difficult obstacles to complete this finals course, and that's a very tall order.
Yeah, and it's a really tall order for someone who's 5 feet tall and weighs just 100 pounds.
Well, Brent Stephenson believes in her. The 4-time Mount Midoriyama veteran has been coaching her. So proud of her. And here we go. Can Casey make history once again?
No, she told us she was not going to rush it tonight. She was just going to be careful.
And here's the big first test, the log grip. With her size, it's a challenge. But she's passed it. With such great energy from the crowd, all of them behind her.
Oh boy, she's looking good so far.
She is no stranger to the spotlight. She was a Division I gymnast, gymnast of the year, well, Towson University. She is a competitor. Good body control. Can be tough to build up momentum at just 5 feet, 100 pounds. Ooh, good transition.
Well, you know, the good thing about that is she got low, so she doesn't have to use a lot of energy.
A little stumble there, keeps the feet up, though.
The longer she's on that cargo net,
just so amazing.
Makes you wonder.
Look at that, the crowd saying they love her. I think everybody loves Casey Catanzaro. Here she goes on the ring toss. Great progress.
Looks better than even in qualifying. What'd I tell you?
I love the body control. I love the way she's using the momentum. Trying not to rely on the lats, but using her whole body to get those rings moving. And a great recovery.
Wow, you know how powerful you have to be to recover like that?
Not a lot of wingspan. But Catanzaro, such a determined competitor.
Wow, she is almost there to the third plank. Matt, she's about to do it again.
And those arms hold out.
Are you not entertained? Look at this.
This is just amazing what she is doing here.
Somebody call security because this girl is going to need a bodyguard. She is a superstar. She told us she was going to do this. Matt, I've seen greatness during my NFL career. In fact, one of my former teammates, Tim Brown, is here. And I've been in awe of people, but I'm really in awe of Casey.
Will Casey again make history?
Yes, she is!
become so difficult, almost all upper body. No woman has ever even attempted this part of the course, much less completed it.
Practice all day.
Casey Catanzaro rewriting all the history books in American Ninja Warrior. Great mount. Oh, so solid. Look at this. Wow! What? Are you kidding me? Casey Catanzaro, the first woman ever to attempt the salmon ladder, the first woman ever to complete it, and she is not done.
Okay, this is where her height is a big disadvantage. That is a big gap to reach with her shorter arms.
Well, to be honest, I don't even know if she can reach it. She's gonna have to leap here.
Yeah, this transition is hard.
Oh!
She's hanging on for dear life!
How she has the strength, I do not know, but Catanzaro refuses to quit on this course.
Man, this girl is not human. She's not human.
Well, we are seeing one of the greatest competitors, man or woman, we've ever seen in American Ninja Warrior. She's done it! This incredible run of Casey Catanzaro continues. Again, making history with every obstacle she completes.
Now remember, the range between the poles, they varied anywhere between 2 feet to over 5 feet, and she's only 5 feet tall, so she only has so much real estate as far as wingspan.
2 of those are going to be so fun.
Here she goes on the pole grasper. Such a strong body, that gymnastics training serving her so well. Look at this.
Wow.
You got this. You got this.
She's using every inch of her 5 feet body to make the transition.
She's told us she would complete this course. I wasn't sure if it was just braggadocio, but she really believes it, and she is doing it.
She's going to jump. She's going to have to jump. She's going to Tarzan.
Now look at the transition. This is over 5 feet right now. She's only 5 feet tall. There's a jump.
Look at the lead.
There's a jump.
She's got it. One more pull to go.
Oh
my goodness.
Oh, man.
She's done it. Yes. This has been truly an historic night. She's surpassing every expectation. And now this is it, the spider climb, the final 30 feet. This obstacle's 4 feet wide. She's only 5 feet tall. It's going to be difficult to lock in, but if she conquers this course, she will elevate the standards for female competitors.
The most talented athletes.
Got it. Take your time.
You know, for the viewers at home, understand this is so challenging, so hard, and look what she's doing.
Look at that.
What? Shut the front door.
She's about to do the impossible for a second time. Oh my goodness. Casey Catanzaro has done it. The first woman ever to complete a city finals course, and the first woman ever to punch her ticket to Las Vegas. There is no limit to what this woman can do. And Steffens is going up to her. Her coach and boyfriend is climbing the truss.
Think about what we just saw. The first woman to complete the 7th obstacle, the 8th, the 9th, and the first woman to get to the top of a finals course. Amazing!
This is insane.
Thank you. I couldn't have done it without you.
Yes, you could have, but I'm just glad to be a part of it. Like, seriously, you're amazing. Unstoppable. Love you. I love you.
Love you.
Oh, yeah. Whew, look at that. You did all that.
We'll get those two down from the tower and talk to Casey when we come back. Moments ago, history was made here in Dallas as Casey Catanzaro, just 5 feet tall and 100 pounds, became the first woman ever to finish a finals course. Right now, Let's go to Jenn Brown, who's standing by with Casey.
Are you kidding me right now? Come here. Oh my gosh, I'm so proud of you. Not only the first woman ever to attempt the finals course, the first woman ever to successfully complete it. What is going through your mind right now?
Oh my gosh, it's like I can't even speak. There's probably gonna be like gibberish because I can't even get my thoughts together. I was just up there, I hit the buzzer. Oh my gosh,
Okay.
I'm just so happy.
You blew through that course like a pro. Was there any obstacle that surprised you out there?
Right after the salmon ladder really surprised me. My forearms were super pumped, and once they tilt, you're so far away from the next one, and I was swinging, and every time I swung, it just brought me back down, and I was like, oh, I'm never gonna get there, just jump for your life.
Guess what you get to say to yourself now?
I am going on to Mount Midoriyama. Watch out.
Matt, back up to you. Congratulations. So happy for you.
Well, truly an inspirational run to people everywhere, especially all the young women out there. This amazing year just continues as Casey Catanzaro makes history once again.
Wow, that is big time.
But with that, Akbar, we do have another story developing, and that involves Sam Sam.
The last one, right?
What's that? I know.
You heard it right there. The beloved Sam Sam is on the bubble in 15th place with the final athlete of the night taking to the course, and it's Dylan Gates. And this rookie has become a giant slayer. First, he knocked out Brent Stephenson in qualifying, and now has the chance to end the season for Sam Sam. Just needs to get to the swinging frames faster than Sam Sam's 4 minutes, 43 seconds. Akbar, a lot riding on this run. Will Sam Sam survive?
Well, he's been the survivor of many things, but right now, his fate is in the hands of Dylan Gates.
Longtime fan of American Ninja Warrior, credits this show with him picking up parkour.
Yo, look at this, using Sam Sam's technique on the swing jump. I like that.
Dylan put up the fastest time back in qualifying, and he looks like he wants that title again here tonight.
Can you imagine being a rookie and you're on the verge of knocking out both Brent Stephenson and Sam Sam?
I got to imagine completing this finals course, going to Las Vegas, go a long ways to boosting his ego. Gates, tentative here through the ring toss at a much slower pace than what he did in qualifying.
Oh boy, a different grip for Dylan Gates.
He looks like he's in trouble. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, he's reversing his grip, taking a different approach with his technique.
Just changing it up. Wow.
You know, by thinking outside of the box and switching up the grip, he's actually conserving energy by not taxing the same muscles.
Oh, wow. I've never seen anyone tackle the ring toss like that, but it worked.
You know, they say youth is wasted on the young. Not for this young gentleman. Dylan Gates right now, proving right now that he wants that spot.
Well, it all comes down to this. Dylan Gates gets up the salmon ladder. His pace is fast enough. If he touches the swinging frames, we say goodbye to Sam Sam, and Dylan Gates goes to Las Vegas. But he has dreamed about this moment for 5 years. Finally reached the age of 21, the age required to compete. Again, just needs to get to the top, touch the frames, and Sam Sam is out. Bar uneven. Oh! Dylan Gates out on the salmon ladder, and with that, the survivor survives again. Wow. Unbelievable the drama we had here tonight.
Dylan gets hung up and tries to get the bar even again. When he attempts to get the left side back up, he's unable to get the bar above the rung and hits the side of it, sending him crashing into the water.
All right, we're going.
As Sam Sam, the survivor, survives once again to earn a spot in the Las Vegas finals. But the story of the night belongs to the First Lady of American Ninja Warrior, Casey Catanzaro, who turned in an astounding performance, Akbar.
Only one person can be the first, and Casey will forever be in the history books as the first woman to not only reach the top of the warp wall, but also the first to qualify for the national finals.
Joining Casey in Las Vegas are the rest of the top 15 from Dallas, including Jeremy Morgan, who had the fastest time of the night, with Casey as the 7th and final finisher. Filling out our top 15 are Ninja Pastor Jonathan Morin and, of course, Sam Sand. Next week, we move on to the St. Louis City Finals featuring the weatherman, Joe Moravsky, and his awesome cousin, Rob Moravsky, a.k.a. the Adonis. For Akbar, Gbaja-Biamila, and Jenn Brown, I'm Matt Iseman, and we'll see you next time on American Ninja Warrior.
Last season, he came out of nowhere.
Explosive!
And he went farther than almost every other challenger ever has. Next Monday, his attempt at a record-breaking run will break something else.
Unbelievable! He broke the rumbling dice!
What happens next?
What is he gonna do?
You'll have to see to believe. NBC's American Ninja Warrior next Monday, 9/8 Central. And watch Encores Tuesdays on Esquire and Sundays on NBC. On an all-new Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon, Michael Strahan drops by. NBC Tonight.